everybody, this is your girl CK the Poet playing Paladins on the Xbox One. And I am feeling this game. This game is fun. I am enjoying this game. And if you didn't know, you're going to find out today that this game is free. Let me say it again. Listen to the words that is coming out of my mouth. This game is free to play. It's on the Xbox One. It's on PlayStation 4. It's on PC. All you gotta do is download the game, play it.
The Payload.
You're definitely gonna enjoy it. If you're not familiar, this game came out on the PC in beta status in September of 2016, then came out on the PlayStation a little bit later, and on the Xbox One it came on beta status in May of 2017. I don't think the game is in full game status just yet, but it's still in beta. They're still tweaking it and whatnot. The character that you see me using here is Maldamba. He's a support character, which is a healer. I mean, he wasn't the first healer I used. The first healer I used was Pippin Grover, but I ended up falling in love with Maldamba. I'll probably do another video after this one that's going to show my two mains, which is Grok, he's a support character, and Barrett, which is a frontline. And you're going to see me go off on that. Save the best for last. But just to tell you a little bit more about this game, it's developed and published by Hi-Rez Studios. They're also using the Unreal Engine on this game that's made by Epic, very popular gaming engine. If you're not familiar with Hi-Rez Studios, they are very well known for making Tribes and another game that's really popular on the PC that ended up coming to consoles, Smite. And Smite, if you're not familiar with Smite, it's kind of like a MOBA, and if you're not familiar with that acronym, MOBA stands for Multiplayer Online Battle Arena. Hey, you know, very popular style of play. If you're not familiar with that style of play, I would say that Dota, their game is a MOBA, so is a League of Legends. You know, just to give you an idea. I'm not gonna lie, Paladins feels kind of MOBA-ish to me. You know, you're gonna see a lot of comparisons between this game and Overwatch. Just letting you know, disclaimer, if you have not played Overwatch, or if you have, you'll see a lot of similarities. You know, Overwatch, better graphics, more polished gameplay. Paladins, just pure fun. Doesn't take itself serious, just pure fun. I was wondering why that payload wasn't moving. Sky was hiding next to the payload. Get out of here, Sky. But let's tell you a little bit more about the game. You got four types of characters. You got your frontlines, your tanks. You have your damages, which do damage. You have your support characters, which are your healers. And you have your flanks, which are supposed to do exactly what the word says, flank. But you will see some flanks that will fight like damages, because some of these flanks do way too much damage. The flank's supposed to sneak behind enemy lines, take out weak characters, cause some disruption, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. As of me doing this video, there should be over 30 champions on here now. That's a lot. And the developers say that they plan to add more characters, more maps, more modes. And they're still constantly balancing and tweaking the game because, you know, it's a beta. It's not going to feel like a beta when you play it, because it's just like, oh my god, this feels like a full game. This game's not out yet. But Hi-Rez Studios, they're probably one of the best gaming studios out there. They are very involved with the gaming community. They're very involved with their players. They're constantly putting out videos that let you know
Point
about
spawning in 15 seconds.
You know, games that are coming out, so far as game modes, maps. You know, they do guides on their characters, so if you don't know how to play the character or just need some advice, they put out stuff like that constantly, let you know about tournaments when they have tournaments. But just to clear this up real quick, the whole similarity between Overwatch, real quick. Videos have been done about it. People have talked about it. Uh-oh. Dang, did I just catch the whole team slipping? Dang, they weren't ready for me. But I'm going to clear this up real quick. I know it's been done, but I'm just going to just touch on it really quick. Both the president and the COO of Hi-Rez Studios have recently started to become vocal because of the accusations of Paladins copying Overwatch or Overwatch copying Paladins. Hey, they already said where they got the idea for their game. You're going to see a lot of similarities between Smite and this game, especially when it comes to the item store. You'll see me pull it up every once in a while when I'm in the spawn screen, and I'll touch on items later. And their main, I guess you could say, skins, like for their characters and abilities and whatnot, they got it from a Team Fortress 2 game that was supposed to come out back in 2010 called Global Agenda. And you can actually look it up on YouTube and see some of the designs for that game and some of the gameplay and whatnot. And you're going to see some of the characters in Paladins look exactly like those characters. And Paladins, they announced this game well before Overwatch was even announced. So, you know, everybody gets inspired by everybody. Everybody's copying everybody. There are no original people nowadays. So, just to move on, I just wanted to touch on that real quick. If you're not familiar, when you first get the game and you download it and you start playing it, the developers are going to give you 5 champions for free. They do rotate different champions on the roster each week so you can get a chance to test them out and try them out, see what they do and don't like. Like I said, the game is free, so you're going to get in-game currency as you play the game to buy the characters that you want. Or if you roll them in the door like that, man, they shouldn't have pumped up like that. They set themselves up for the okie doke. Get out of here. Easy win. And I believe that was a Payload match right there. That's probably the only clip I got of me playing Payload, which I'm going to go into the game modes a little bit later. When you get the game and you start playing around with the character, you can change the emotes, you can change the skin, you can change how the weapon looks if you decide to buy the skins, or if you get them in chests, which you can use gold to buy chests, and sometimes you'll just get chests. You know, they have daily logins where you get gold and chests and crystals. Crystals is like the in-game currency in the game, and of course with the VIP status they have another currency for that as well. Each champion, they're going to have an ultimate, and you're also going to have 5 cards that you can pick, and those cards affect your abilities. And you gotta play around with different loadouts, different gold cards, the legendary gold cards, that affect your ultimate or that affect certain abilities. You'll see me using here, I'm using Buck. He's a flank, probably the only flank I'm remotely decent with, and I'm not even a good Buck. And sometimes you'll see me doing 2 jumps with him, which they got rid of that ability. So I guess it was OP, whatever. And you're gonna enjoy the game. There's just different ways that you can play it, different ways you can, you know, throw your teammates off. Like you have to play with certain characters, like you have to have a healer, you gotta have a front line. You know, when you're playing certain game modes, oh, look, this guy tried to sneak up. Get out of here, guy. You have to communicate with your team, work together, strategize. Like if you're not a good with a particular character, probably shouldn't use it. Like if you want to try something out, there's a training mode for that. And with that being said, let's touch on the different game modes. You got training mode, play against bots, try different loadouts out, try different setups to see what works for you and what works for what you're trying to do with that particular champion, and see how it turns out. You got Payload, which you saw me playing. That's like the only clip that I had of me using Maldamba. You know, Payload, basically you spawn in, the payload's already right in front of your base. You have to push the payload all the way to the other side of the map. If you push it and you make it all the way to the side of the map, you automatically win. If you don't, if the other team, they get a chance to push the payload. If they don't push it all the way across, or if they don't push it further than your team did, your team still wins. But you gotta be careful. If you're supposed to push the payload, the enemies, they spawn before you, and they can leave their spawn and be waiting right outside the spawn door for you. So keep that in mind. Make sure y'all all go out different doors, you know, be prepared and all that good stuff. The majority of these clips that you're gonna see, especially like the one here in front of you, I'm gonna be playing Siege. Siege is probably the most popular game mode. Siege, basically you go to the center, you try to capture the point. You'll see there'll be sometimes at the top here, you see how it's 3-3. Once you get to 4, that team wins. You see below that how it's ticking. Whoever's controlling the circle without it being contested, it keeps ticking. I don't even think more people don't even have to be there for it to go quicker. All it needs is just one person to be there. And as you see here, me playing like a flank should, I went to the back of the spawn, shot everybody off their horse, so it takes them longer to get to the point, gives us more time to capture. If we get it to 99%, you see how it's going to overtime, that means the enemy is contesting the point. So you just gotta be careful when you're playing Siege, because they can end up clutching it. So I said, no, y'all not finna clutch this. I use my ultimate, boom, I do more damage, get that quick victory. And you'll see that happen here too again, where we almost lost it. But all it took was for me to get behind enemy lines as a flank and cause some disruption. Like a flank should. Take out the weak characters, cause some disruption, get them to stop focusing on, you know, your teammates that are doing the real work. And shoot. Like you'll see here, we're about to contest it right here. They're about to beat us and capture the payload. Once they capture the payload, or if we capture the payload, then boom, then you still got to push it across the map. So once you capture the payload, you get a point. If they prevent you from pushing the payload to their side of the map, to their circle, they get a point. If you make it there, you get a point. So it can be 2-0 or 1-1. You got to be careful, because if you're playing against a good team, they can just keep letting you capture the point, but not getting across because they know that they're better than you, and they're just trying to get kills. You know, so that's why playing the right characters come into play, being good with those characters, having the right loadout and setup, you know, using the item store. You'll see me pull the item store up in the respawn area sometimes, and you just got to make sure you're picking the right items to help, you know, turn the tide of the battle. So, other game modes. You have Battlegrounds, which, if I'm not mistaken, it's very similar to like the whole PUBG Battlegrounds Royale and the Fortnite Battlegrounds Royale randomness. I believe it's only on PC and it's like its own separate game mode. People like it. I personally don't. You know, you drop into the world and all that good stuff. This is the only clip that I have of survival. I believe they removed this game mode because it wasn't very popular. You're not going to be able to hear any audio because the audio was messed up on this particular map for whatever reason need be. And I'm using Grover, which is support, which he might as well be a darn damage. Look how much damage he does with them axes, man. Those axes are like sniper bullets, man. You could throw them across the map and just ping somebody. Goodness. I believe later on you'll see me playing one match of Onslaught, a clip of Onslaught, which basically you just got to control the point and get kills on the point. If you're getting kills and you're not on the point, like, you don't get points towards your score. Didn't really care for that mode, especially on certain maps. They later on added Team Deathmatch. It's pretty self-explanatory. Team Deathmatch. Didn't really care for Team Deathmatch. I mean, actually, let me stop lying. I like Team Deathmatch. It was fun, but on certain maps, you get people that use characters like the one I'm using right here, which is Victor. And people just sit back and snipe. They just pick Vivian, Leanne, Victor, and Tyra, and they just sit back and snipe. And it just can be so annoying, like, but it's TDM. What do you expect?
4, 3,
other game mode,
2,
competitive.
The battle has begun.
You know, competitive is competitive. It's exactly what you think. You know, every game pretty much that's very competitive like this one has to have a mode where people can be ranked in. What? Look at your girl sneak back here with Victor playing as a flank. But he's actually a damage, but I don't know. I guess they weren't expecting me to do this, but I had to mop them up real quick. Okay, when it comes to rank, you can only play with one other person, or you can just play by yourself, but it's 5v5. If you're not ranked, you'll be in unqualified status. You have to play 10 matches of rank to get put in a tier. And it goes from unqualified, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, master, grandmaster. Let me make this very clear. If you get into a match with some grandmasters and masters, just to emphasize the seriousness of this, you gon' struggle. It don't even need to be pronounced correctly. You gon' struggle. But Ruckus, you're gonna have to get up out of here real quick. You ain't even get no kills, buddy. Get up out of here. That ultimate out of here. But on the real, you're gonna struggle. Especially if you're playing against anybody that's like top 10 in the world with a particular champion, you gon' struggle. Like a bullet just barely grazed you, take like a quarter of your health. Like they hit you directly, it's gonna be like they taking half your life every time. You're gonna think they're cheating. I swear you're gonna think they're cheating. And this character right here is Tyra, another damage. I was just trying Victor and Tyra out. I wasn't really feeling them, but they're OP characters. Everybody picks them. But just to finish the portion on the competitive.
15 seconds remaining.
You play 10 matches, you get ranked. Once you get ranked, you get put in a division
10,
based on your wins.
9,
it goes from bronze
8,
to diamond.
7,
and you can only play with people
6,
in your division.
5,
which kind of makes it fair, so you don't have all these
2,
people that are in diamond divisions playing against
overtime.
bronze, just running through them like they're nothing.
Don't deny me this embrace.
But hey, everybody wants to play competitive just so they can have bragging rights to say that they're good or whatever. Another thing that you need to notice about ranked is you can't have mirrored characters. Like some of these, pretty much all of these game modes I think are casual. Like none of them should be ranked, I don't think. I don't even think that they even had rank out at the time that I recorded these clips. But with rank, you can't have a Sky. Like how you see I got a Sky on this team, on our team, and there's a Sky on the other team. You can't have that in rank. You can only pick one character.
15 seconds.
So once someone picks that character, the person on the other team can't pick that character. And whoever is like the best on the team, they'll be at the top of the list and they get to pick first. And you get to ban a character.
5,
so if you think
4,
Sky's going to be OP
3,
and is going to cause a lot of trouble, you
1.
can ban that character. You know, and if you get a chance to pick first, and let's just say your buddy's at the bottom of the list and they want to play as Torvald, that's fine. You could pick Torvald and just switch characters with him. Ooh, hey, Canessa. Don't be sniping back there, girl.
Thank you, my friend.
But it's fun. It's still fun, but it can be really competitive. And I'm not gonna lie, this game, just like any game that is extremely competitive, can be toxic. Uh-oh, how y'all doing? Y'all set yourselves up right there. You know, so just be careful. Like, you know, don't take it personal. Just have fun. Have fun. You can just mute those people that are being toxic. Oh, this is me trying out Cassie. I wasn't that good with her, but you know, it's Cassie.
First blood.
I would definitely say that this game is definitely really fun. It's worth trying out. It's worth playing. You know. Uh-oh, bye Androxus. But if you're gonna try to, you know, play competitively, you know, just make sure you do your research. Look up some stuff on YouTube. There'll be plenty of people that do YouTube videos on the character that you want to main as. And the rule of thumb that pretty much everybody says is to be good with at least 2 characters in each category. Be good with 2 flanks, be good with 2 support, be good with 2 damages, be good with 2 front lines. Because if they ban your character, and let's just say they ban the character that you want to get and your backup character gets picked by the other team, you finna have some problems. So it's always good to be good with, I mean, some people are, you know, crazy like that and they'll try to be good with every character in the game. The rule of thumb is just be good with 2 in each category. You know what I mean? Flanks aren't as important as damage, you know, healer, and frontline. But they have their uses. Especially if you're just really good with a particular character. By all means, use them. But don't try to play competitive without having at least 1 healer. And yes, there will be some trolls on here. Oh look, this is me using Ruckus. Oh, how y'all doing? Hey. Y'all want to take them rockets. They got set up. Thanks for clumping up for me though, appreciate it.
7 in a row.
I'm not even that good with Ruckus. I was just trying him out in these clips. But definitely, try each character out. Try them all out. See which ones you do and don't like, and, you know, start to make that one your main. When you start looking at YouTube videos, go on Hi-Rez's website, look at their videos as well. And people will give you tips and suggestions. And you'll start getting into your own groove on how you want to play a particular character, what cards you want to use, which legendary card you want to use. You know, and sometimes you can afford to, you know, experiment a little bit and be like, oh, let me try using this like this to see if this works out a little bit better. you know, you never know. Might surprise yourself. It might end up being like the best setup you ever made. But I just wanted to do a quick video on Paladins, you know, just to kind of expose people to it if they haven't tried it or played it. You know, like I said before, it feels very MOBA-ish to me, even though it's a first-person shooter. Definitely have bundles of fun playing this. Here's the item store once again. And you'll see me picking different stuff. And you'll want to pick, you know, different items. You could set it on auto buy too as well. The item store. You know, so if you're just not sure how to use it, or you just don't feel like being bothered with it, you could just put it on auto buy and just the game will pick stuff for you. But I would definitely turn it off. I would turn it off and pick what you need, because sometimes you're gonna have certain characters you're gonna go up against, or champions rather, that you're gonna go up against that are going to be really OP. So you're gonna have to use something to combat crowd control. Like you see right there in the lower right hand corner, Makoa just snatched up their ruckus. Like that's a crowd control. And if you're running up against a team that's using a lot of crowd control, like Makoa, Bomb King, Genos can throw people up in the air and all that good stuff. You may have to use something to stop all that crowd control. Same thing with Cauterize. If they got a lot of healers, Cauterize will stop them from receiving healing. And you'll see right here, this is me using Bomb King. He was my first damage mage. Yeah, he was my first damage mage. I'm not even that good with him, but I actually really like him. He's really fun. He's kind of goofy too, holding little mini bombs. It's kind of funny.
Thank you, my friend.
But definitely try different stuff out. Look stuff up, you know, try to get familiar with different things, and you know, you'll learn from mistakes as well, and you'll have a gang of fun. Like, you won't be able to stop playing this game once you start playing. Like I said, it's free to play. It is on the popular platforms.
No competition.
You know, you can play it with your friends, you can play it with family, and you'll definitely enjoy it. Like I said, I'll be doing another video. I'm going to try to start doing more videos. And if you want to like, favorite, and subscribe and all that good stuff, you definitely can. I really will appreciate it. I personally rather you share the video than, you know, donate money or anything like that. But I just do this for fun. And I just kind of wanted to expose people to Paladins that may have not had a chance to play it or know what it's about. And y'all gonna love this right here. Look at me using the pop bomb. You can't even use pop bomb like that no more. But they about to get set up right here. They're gonna try to push in, think they're gonna win this real quick. Dude, get out of here. But thank y'all for watching. Peace.
Overtime.